I can reach the stars.
Watching their lives change as they were changing the lives of others was something that I knew I wanted to be a part of. And watching these kids come from, you know, the areas that they're in, all over the state, wanting to be involved but not quite knowing how to get started, and helping them get started and getting their local service sites, and then watching them kind of grow and progress throughout the year to the point where we actually go on the trip. That's really where most of the changing occurs, is that local portion, that local service portion, and all of the meetings that lead up to the actual international experience.
I loved my Youthlinc experience, and it was definitely an experience. There's a process to be involved with Youthlinc. The fall before the international trip, you apply, and if accepted, you're responsible to do 60 to 100 community service hours. That's an opportunity to get involved in your community, to make a difference. In addition to that, you'll attend a monthly planning meeting where you will prepare for your international experience. And for your service, you'll receive a sponsorship for part of the cost of your international experience. As you get involved in Youthlinc, you'll have an opportunity to serve here locally, but also internationally, and you'll be able to earn that along the way.
Even for a day, I take you as my queen. I'd have no other way. And all of
Right here. You see it?
A lot of needs in the areas of sanitation. So that's both in the different types of wastewater treatment and things around the kitchen, where the food preparation. So those are, I think, probably the biggest changes at this school, and also in the past years with Youthlinc.
Here in the rural areas and with the schools, I would think the biggest thing they need is just education, especially for the community, for their parents, for their families. I think if there was anything else that we could do, it would just be educating the community.
The donkey to chase the horses, to chase the cows, who said, woo! Stop! Stop! Stop!
How much more English they're using from the time that we got here to the time that we're leaving. And I think that's very important for them to learn English, because I think if the fact that they know 2 languages, they'll be better off in finding a better paying job when they're older if they're able to speak English, because tourism is a huge market here in Thailand.
Well, I'm really impressed with how many resources they have. I mean, just on the walls, and I mean, I've been in other third world countries where they have nothing on the walls. It's just like graffiti And these classrooms actually have, you know, resources available for the students. They don't have a lot, but they have some.
We learned about the work, the teamwork, and the plan that is good to do in the limited time.
In a limited time.
Limited time.
To be able to come out of the bathroom and wash their hands, and also to use the running water and the drains in the kitchens. The two little girls, after they made lunch, I saw them, they were starting to bail the water out of the sinks, and I watched a couple of our committee members show them the drains in the sinks and that the water would now drain down instead of having to take the water out by hand. And they just thought that was so cool.
จริงๆโรงเรียนเราเป็นโรงเรียนประถมศึกษาจัดการศึกษาขนาดเล็กหลักสูตรภาษาอังกฤษเราก็มีอยู่
Youthlinc and the children can do together, talk together.
School committee in last Friday, and we have 10 projects to do more.
You know, again, they've identified 10 future projects, but there's literally dozens more that could be done.
But here we've stayed consistently at this school, and we've built lasting relationships that I think we'll have the rest of our lives. There's this little girl named Asia, and she follows me around everywhere I go, and she's just the sweetest girl, and I feel like I'm best friends with her, and I wouldn't have been able to make those relationships any other way.
These children at this school, they're not used to anybody outside caring or doing something for them. And so I think for the local children, just the concept that, you know, hey, wow, somebody came here and somebody really cares. And that this group of young Americans that came here will be probably the highlight of their school career here, and they'll remember this for many, many years to come.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy. If you will only say the same. But if you leave me to love another,
much you can do in such a short amount of time. And that if you have, you know, a bunch of people involved, you can really make a difference.
You know, we came over here to serve them, but I think realistically, I've learned probably more from them than they've learned from me.